babe to introduce you. Unajua sasa hivi challenge.
Sasa challenge yenu sisi tuko best guests. Just see how we are hosted.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Hurd, and this is our currently ongoing series that we have not been really consistent with.
Why?
But we are trying. We're trying.
Maybe they don't know.
Huh?
We don't know.
Maybe they don't know.
There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of circumstances and a lot of
we have to be accountable to your clients on the other side.
So we have been experiencing some technical difficulties.
All right.
But hopefully things will return on course.
All right.
Soon and very soon.
The technical difficulty is not a person.
You're not supposed to be talking.
I like the questions you're asking.
The two of you are not supposed to be talking. That's why I said of course.
That's Ethan.
If you are siblings, we and you.
Welcome to JTP. Today we are having our really...
Hey, finally, let me tell you. Wow. How long have we known you guys?
Yes.
The first time you're coming to our channel.
Are you serious?
You've never
The one we
been.
shot in the car.
Which one?
We did.
Oh yeah,
See?
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, like
We were
can
not
you even
even.
remember?
We were not
Were you
even.
married? No, we weren't married.
You know, they're making noise, but it's not like they've invited us, we've
Yeah, they
said.
said
Ah,
no.
that's
So,
a
yeah.
I don't know why they are making noise.
That's a lie.
Oh, we've not been very saying
Anyway,
no.
so on our right hand is the lovely.
Curtis.
No, me. I'm introducing the two of you.
Oh, okay.
The Curtises or the Wamalos.
The fourth.
The fourth.
The
It's weighty. The weight of who you are.
T is silent, guys.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Curtis.
Wamalwa.
Not
Yes.
Curtis. Not Curtis.
Yes.
Is.
Wamalwa, surely.
Wamalua. As the Maasai say it, Wamalua.
And it had to take us getting them to the Lake Elementaita Lodge for
Imagine
them to
for
them
accept
Yeah.
to be on
So we're
our
not doing
channel.
a video until
Next.
it's out of town.
What
On your
Ethan is
bill.
trying to say is that if you want us to come to your channel, just book us a nice getaway holiday. And you can
Who are
have
your
a
friends? Can your
conversation.
friends book you a getaway?
Yes.
Yeah? Can your friends?
Yes. Can they even?
What we're talking about today is how our experience growing up has shaped the people we are now as parents to our children. I mean, you guys have now, you're in your third child.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
For now, guys. Just for now.
For now.
But, I mean, it's very clear for us. We've been in it maybe about almost, actually,
6 months.
Yes.
Just a minute, Ethan. This channel of yours, people don't subscribe, they don't
Babe, it's
like,
their channel. They don't do
they
those
don't
things.
comment, they don't share.
They do. We normally do it at the end.
Yes.
But
Oh, not at the
this
beginning.
is your cue.
But this is
your
your cue. Curtis
Yeah.
feels the...
It needs to be done right now.
Yes,
So please.
Curtis,
Yeah.
okay.
4 magic things. That's why we are 4
We
of us.
interrupt normal
Programming.
programming.
To-
So if you like Ethan, you like.
McKenna.
If you like McKenna, you comment.
Ah.
If you like Soila, you subscribe. And if you like Curtis,
Share.
you share.
Hey.
And if you don't like any of us, this is a good time to start liking. So that you can do those magic things.
I love it. I love it.
I love it.
Continue.
Back to it. So, yes, we've been in it about 6 months now, and there's some things we can tell.
Yeah.
We can tell has kind of like shaped the way we even plan for.
Or even think about the future.
Yeah, I was going to actually say that. So,
Oh, jeez.
Curtis, Omalos, on to you. How has that shaped it?
Shaped our
Yeah.
parenting.
Because now it's like what? How many years now since
5.
the big boy? 5. That's
It's
long.
fine, that's
Yeah,
long time.
actually, it's fine.
You've been in it for half a decade.
Imagine. Almost. Hey.
That
Good
was
job,
fast.
guys. Good
That-
We keep on telling cats, we keep on saying to each other, I wish we said it early. Imagine.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Oh.
actually said, I get married at 25. I wish I get, okay, but I know it's circumstance that made us start late. But I would have,
What do you think would have been different?
to start early.
Uh,
I would
you
already
would have
had
had
5.
more.
Hey,
Oh.
I thought, wait, are we not at 4 again? What's happening? In
No,
the
I
other
started
one, it
early,
was 4.
I would have been at 5.
5.
Yes,
Oh.
and because I started late.
Curtis, you should have,
Yeah.
for the 5th one.
Honeymoon was important.
She's speaking for for both of us.
I'm the womb carrier. But for me, what I am more lenient. Nilichapwa sana, so sana.
You know they have English speaking audience.
So, yes. So I got a beating.
Yeah.
Consider it's the hard
place. Yes.
The people who are watching this channel, they were not chapwa. They were beaten. They were
caned.
They were caned. That's the word. They were caned.
Makena was not chapwad. She'll tell us.
You know my mother.
You.
Na slippers.
No.
My mom really chapad me.
You.
Yeah. My mom chapad me.
I'll ask her when I meet her.
Please do.
Did you chapad this girl?
I know she watches. She chapad me proper.
Okay, I had a few spanking here and there, and my mother used to send. My mother would never go get the stick.
Oh,
She'll tell you, yes, and later go bring your kifimbo. Ujichagulie.
My dad used to do that.
Yeah. Then so you nafikiri mna kuchukuleta kakichukua kadogo. She'll tell you, if you bring a small one, I will chapa with you with that one. If it breaks, I will go find one for myself. So if you bring a big one, do you want me to hit you with that big one? So you bring a medium.
Choose wisely.
Yes, choose wisely. So she was a very wise woman. Because I think my dad just caned us once. So because of that caning, yes, not that in any way it affected my relationships with my parents, but I know the dread of knowing you're about to be chapwan.
Yeah.
So I don't like seeing that dread in
On
my
your
kid's face.
face.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
For me, this is it. I wasn't beaten a lot, but the few were memorable. Remember this time when we had gone to visit one of my mom's friends, and then I think she told me something I didn't like. I was 10, 11. She told me something I didn't like. So I stormed out of the house and I banged the door because who are you talking to like that?
Yeah.
She said, Jimmy, come. I came.
Who's calling you now?
My mom.
All right.
Yeah, I've banged the door on her and it's not even our house. It's a
Yeah.
banged the door. She called me, "Who come?" So I came. I'm pissed. What? The next thing I heard was a ringing in my ear.
You don't bang the door.
That kind of discipline influenced how I discipline my own kids. But I really try. I would not say I'm perfect, but I really try to be like I don't spank as the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they did a mistake and the first thing is I spank. I'll give a warning, a second warning if I need. A third one, now that one,
You will come with something.
We can have a spanking.
My dad spanked the Jesus into me.
And there's no hugging after.
There's no hugging who?
What do you mean hugging?
How did we survive, my
Us
friend?
guys, we were twangwa. We were.
When this one and his brother talks about how they were raised, everyone will go
Oh,
yeah.
We were beaten
And then because we met the parents.
Yeah.
Does he look like the type?
The dad for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. The dad.
Hey, my dad twangaed us. Wait. Kwanza that one for sending us for... I used to hate it. Just have yours. Don't send me for the things.
So you're already angry. It's how you were crying. Me, I was crying. In the bush. Looking for us. You can't even see me.
So for me, unfortunately, it kind of messed up with my relationship with my father. Okay. My mom only chapad me once. Only once, and I can always remember it. I think that one I deserved it, because my mom has never, even my sister, I don't know about that. Here's the difference, and this is what I like about why I brought up that moment. It was because you chapad her because she had to know that this needed beating
after multiple
and then
warnings.
she had to go and deal with it, and then now I love you, and I heard you actually tell her that I love you. I don't chapa you because I hate you, and that's the misunderstanding that was, I think, in our upbringing, and that's the kind of parent I want to be to my daughter and my other children. If I'm to have more, is I want to be strict. I want them to know that there is order needs to be attained to.
Yeah.
But I also want them to know that I love them.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys the story. The first time my mom found me with earrings was not even the same as when the first time my dad saw me with earrings.
Oh, really?
It was so awkward. Because when my dad saw me with earrings, in fact, so he saw me, then they were just magnetic. So he just pulled them off me. So
Did you talk about it?
So he walks into the living room and then he says it while passing. So wewe unaniona ndo unatoa hizo vitu alafu unaendelea na maisha. And then he continued. I was like, what just happened?
Imeisha.
Hey, hivyo tu imeisha.
That's your mom?
That's my dad.
Okay.
My mom was carrying bags from the market. We met on a point that I could not even run away or pull them down. So literally I was getting out of the estate gate. Yeah, it's a small gate. Akunanga. It's not the big one. It's like a small gate. Both of you, it's in and out. So she's coming in, I'm going out, and I opened the door like this. And it's like I was opening for her. And she looks at me.
She sees the earrings.
She sees the earrings
With her bags.
And she just drops them down slowly. And I'm like, she's going to smack me in front of... You guys have seen Ngumo Height.
Yeah.
So, like, every man, tattoo, every bag. I was like, this lady is going to... Learn and chapa mbele yao. And I'm like, God, I never want to see you with those things in my house. You guys, I was so scared. Hey, can you imagine? My dad has been chapping me the whole of my life. My mom only chapped me once, but that moment I could separate the two and say my mom would have killed me. So
she knew her strength.
My mom, it's the way my mom raised me was like she set a stand. For her it was more Jesus, like needed to know God and stuff like that. For her it was more on that side, but she also knew. Like, there are things you can't do in my house.
Yes.
And I promise you won't do them. You get. So I don't know how she did it. It was kind of like a discipline with what you're saying. I think also on the other side, there are moments that require beating and there are moments that require...
You just talk.
Firm statement that will make you shake.
You know, it's actually interesting, and we'll come to you because I know you've not shared. But... there are moments I go home, we go to bed and I ask Soila,
did I have to?
Was that necessary?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Discipline guilt is a thing, guys.
Because sometimes you question yourself. Was I too harsh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should I have said that?
Imagine.
Should I have pinched them?
Curtis, yes. So when he's gone through that process, I'm sorry to cut you short, and he feels so overwhelmed, he will actually go, wake the boy up, and hug him. Yes. Just hug him. I just feel like I need to hug my son. I think we didn't click so well this week today. So hug him, put him to bed. He'll come to the bedroom, take his Bible, and go get cleansed by the Lord. Literally, that is his process. He does that. Not once. He's done it a number of times. Yes.
Because there are times I wonder, did I react out of anger? Was it just could a simple conversation have sorted it out?
Yeah.
But then sometimes I remember I'm like, no, that guy deserved it. Why is he talking to his mother like that? So I think there's always that question in yourself and wondering whether you did it
the right way.
It's always a parent thing. You always wonder if you did it the right way anyway. So that was how
I was actually going to now segue to another point,
Yes.
which is on a more positive point.
Is it positive?
No,
Give
me wait. Okay, I've remembered. So I was going to say, my mom and I are like friends, and you guys know my mom, so you know. Yeah, so I think for me, I want that with my daughter, and I don't know how she did it, but I find like for the longest I can remember, and I don't know if it's because also losing my dad, so I only had her, and then so we had to work on her.
As a child, what do you remember? What do you think solidified that relationship?
I feel like it's
from
that
because
when I think about it, it's the time we spent together. So I could talk to her, like we spent so much time together. So I feel like, and that helped me because when anything was up, it was my mom. When anything was like anything, I would just go and talk. And now I feel like my relationship with my mom was very like I didn't have to hide a lot from her. Yes. And even now that I'm an adult, she's still like my friend. Yes. And I feel like I want that with my daughter.
Yeah. I like that because I am like that with my mom. We talk, there's nothing that is out of conversation. Even Curtis finds it very fascinating. He loves it when my mom starts sharing stories when we're together, because she will go from when we were small, how we're behaving, her relationship with my dad. My mom doesn't hide anything. Okay, there are certain aspects about their relationship with my dad that she will cover, the husband, but sometimes she even share their uglies so that we learn. Even her
I've actually seen that side of her.
Yes, so she's such a storyteller, and it has made us come closer. So for me, what I can remember, because for us we were many siblings, so I don't know what superpower she has. She was able to divide herself equally amongst all of us. 4, and then we had one joining us later, so we were let's say we were just 5, and it was just an interesting journey. And I think for moms and girls, it's very important. It's very important. Why? Because my dad, again, was a typical African man. I will provide, I will take you wherever you want to do, I'll have fun conversation, kidogo hivi na hivi, but just somehow
bonding.
No, we didn't have much of that. If anything, akiwatch TV, would probably toka. You know, not like he did anything for us to do that. I don't know where we get such mentalities, or it's how they carry themselves as fathers in the house. Probably. But we are really good friends with my mom as ladies. We are still good friends with her right now, and it's because of the time. I think spending time with your children, the best way you could. Oh, it's your phone. McKenna, you want to remove my screen? This thing, it's true. This McKenna.
You feel like it might just pop out to the screen. Hi guys, so unfortunately because of some technical issues, we have had to switch our recording device.
Yes, to something else.
Recording device to something else. Yes. But the conversation still flows, and let's just get right back into it.
There are things I appreciate about my mom now that I have children.
Yes, that's
Here's the interesting thing.
I'm like, how did she do it?
Here's the interesting thing. There are things I appreciate about my father now. Despite all that caning and all that,
you wouldn't be this
I've seen so much strength. I've seen so much wisdom in it. Yes, there was I think there's how you go through life and what you take from it and how you decide to. Because I realized, and we were even agreeing with my brother the other day, we are actually our father's son. You know, because we can see literally the way we think, the way we talk sometimes is literally our father. And it's not a bad thing. Because we assumed if we were similar, it would have just been horrible.
All the way bad.
So I think we have a question for you. Before we even come to parenting, how do you think your upbringing, you're a last born, you're a first born.
Almost like an only.
How do you think that birth order affected your relationship first as a married couple? Before it even boils down to your child.
Firstborn and lastborn. And then firstborn military, lastborn baby girl. Oh, my friends.
But let me tell you something. I actually do appreciate, just even before I answer that, I do appreciate sometimes, actually it answers that question. Sometimes I'm like, in what world did she grow in?
Me now.
You. Yeah. Because I'm like,
she's so weak.
It's such a bubble. I feel it's such a bubble. Like it felt to me now as a firstborn military. I'm like, this is such a bubble that you live in. My parents.
You're not in the real world.
My parents made sure that I knew life was difficult.
She was protected
every single day. They were like, life is very hard. Cheza tu. Maisha ni ngumu huku nje. Hebu usoma ukue maisha ni ngumu huku nje every single day. And then I come and meet McKenna and I'm like, do you know?
Let me tell you guys something. Whether it might be mistaken, I did not grow up in a wealthy family. Don't get it twisted. But my mom and my dad really gave me the best. And let me tell you, I did not think that we were not the wealthiest on this planet. Because I want this, I will get it. My dad was more lenient, like he would give me everything. My mom was the more controlled, like, and even the thing about crying, she was like, life is hard, you can't be crying all the time. Nini, like, my mom is the one who used to do that. But in totality, my parents really shielded me and gave me, like, the best. And that's why people don't even believe I come from Koma. They think I come from Sujiwe. And I'm like, I actually, grew up in Komarok my whole life. But it's just I feel like the quality of life that they gave me is so, and I don't know how they did it, by the way. And I was so oblivious of any other side of life. I'm like, life is supposed to be good. You're supposed to enjoy life.
Why is it saying no?
What do you mean? So
what do you mean there are limits to life?
Yes, I really don't. I'm actually going to have that conversation. I don't know how they did it, but they really gave me, like, the best.
Honestly, I think parents give. They really try to give. And I think even with the discipline, it's because they did not want you to turn out to be something different, or even worse. Probably some of these aspects of discipline was their fear of you turning worse than probably they were, or being as stubborn as them. They want their kids are like, you are not going to behave like me, not going to make the mistakes that I made. And how my mom was able to love and shield and still avail herself. Even with the beating, what you have said, I still appreciate. I would have been a different sort of person. And when my dad's strictness, I still appreciate. It made me not play around with sin.
The reason I'm asking that question is...
bad order.
Sometimes, like now with the firstborn scenario, and now you have a child. Like, there's a place of being conscious in how you're raising kids. Because subconsciously, you're going to raise your kid with life is hard. And McKenna is...
Actually, now that you said that, I find myself even almost telling her, I'm usually like, Akiwoye, you're going to be the firstborn. Like, when I look at my daughter who's like 5 months old now, I'm like, Woye, as in you're going to be the firstborn. So I feel like there's so much responsibility that she has no idea, but she's going to have by default. Now being the last one, because my brother actually even someshad me at some point, like paying my school fees.
Responsibilities.
But personally, I'm always afraid. I don't know why, but I'm the spoiled type. I'm strict, but I'm the spoiled type. With McKenna, it's the same thing. So sometimes I'm like, am I going to spoil this child too much? And then it will be all on me. Because now, like, there's those two questions. But here's the thing. The thing I like about McKenna being the way she is I feel like it brings a very good balance to our marriage and relationship, even as a couple and also as parents. Because I'm always the tough one. I'm always like, let her cry. She won't die. Watch her, McKenna's like... So there's always that balance, and which I like, because at the end of the day, there's this hard side, there's this soft side, but both of them come to show love. The love part is intentional, because when it comes to showing her love, there's no hard or soft. It's just pure love. But how some things need to be handled is why I know there's like a toughness. There's like a you get
I honestly believe
the balance is the key.
For me, and I've talked to you a number of times, my fear, because as a second born, I'm a second born, so I'm not really I don't think I look at Imora a certain way like myself, based on birth order, and probably what she's missing out or not missing out. Why? Because I have seen how we do parenting. Our parents informed our parenting. What they, as a second born, what I experienced, I'm working so hard, my daughter doesn't experience, let's say, the negative side of it all. And I understand why men would be tough on sons. Because you are going to be a leader in the future. You're going to have your own family in the future. You need to be you need to be straight. Stop being this like what not. And I think my brother would shake when that was being instilled on him. And it's like, hey, let me go back to my mother's side, because she's
as a last born.
No, he's after
second
me.
last.
Second last. So I would tell Curtis, hey, please ensure that when you're doing this, have a good balance, so that he does not depend on me as much for emotional thing. Can he still come to you for certain emotional support? I'm reading a particular book, and I'm just like 20 pages in, and I'm trying to understand what the mother's love does to a son, and where the place of the dad is. So there is beauty in parenting in a way whereby you can bring the information that you got, how you're brought up, the negatives, the positives, and try and make something, that is hybrid.
Positive.
Yes, that is, to make a positive.
I think fathers need to love children just as much as they discipline.
That's it.
So I think if you do one more than the other, there's definitely
it's harmful.
Yeah, it's gonna be harmful.
I don't
so finding the balance. But nowadays, what I try to do is I try not to be tough too much. Yes. But I actually
it's true, I've seen it.
I try to, because sometimes I'm like, this week I'm not spanking, I'm not yelling, but it's like somehow those are the weeks they really push.
It's like they know.
It's like they know, so this week. But sometimes I just try to be, this week I'm gonna be very soft, very warm, very whatever, just to also keep myself in check. Because I know sometimes, and the thing about parenting is, sometimes it's subconscious. You don't do things because that you woke up and decided it's subconscious because of what you said. It's being informed by your parenting or lack of it. Yes. So you do things out of your subconscious mind rather than actually being intentional. But also studies are very interesting. Apparently kids inherit 70% of their personality
from
their fathers and forefathers. 70.
Oh.
Now it doesn't mean they become 100% like you, but there are those inclinations to behave like you. Now of course circumstances and nurturing and environment can change certain things. But there's that inclination. So I usually make fun of Soila. Like if you see your kid behaving in a certain way, before you get up to discipline, stop and think, is this you? Because you might be really disciplining something. You say sometimes your kid is just reminding you of you and you are here reacting, saying how they are hard-headed, and it's just you. And I usually remember Soila's story. Soila used to Skype school. Guys, let me tell you guys, you don't know. You started Skyping school in high school. Soila was Skyping school in kindergarten.
Are you serious? And go where?
In the forest. I would actually take a bush main road because we used to walk to school. So walk to school, take a bush, on the way to school. Once my sister because my sister was she loved education. And I understand why she is what she is right now. And she would walk ahead of me, and I'm like, okay, me, I'll be behind a bit. Nikimona Simone sasa. Like,
get into a bush somewhere.
Oh yes, I will take my. I don't know if back then if you carried a dish.
It has like this.
So you get tea inside. It has something that you put atop.
It's like compartment.
Yes, it has bread, and then it has the kifuniko, and then the kifuniko has like a handle. I mean, I'll sit there and have my tea and my bread. Nangojea at 12 noon when kids are going back home. And go back home.
like you are from school.
Yes, I would do that. My mama go to know that because now market day she's going to the market, and then she's like, how is Soila Kujishule? What do you mean Soila Kujishule?
She's been leaving the house every day. Where is she going? Not to school.
That's how I was caught. So I was caught.
So sometimes Remani wakes up and she's like, Mommy, I don't have to go to school today. Then Soila is furious. I'm like, that is you. At least he's telling us.
Your roots, I know.
Like the tone of conclusion is there's a intentionality. The way you would say you have to purposefully say this week I'm not going to be harsh, or I'm going to watch out for this and watch out for this. I think one of the things that I hear constantly and I like, even for me personally, when I know that I'm strict, I'm like, I need to like kind of cool down. I need to, or if McKenna is too cool, she's like, hey, today I need to. But there are days where McKenna is like, no, by the way, when you will cry, but you have to sleep. So it's about intentionality and not forsaking the things that we learned well. It's almost like she said
the mama.
She said what?
I don't know. It sounded like a mama. Anyway, it's where you look back to kind of you see a lot of the things that you do now really in touch with the things you went through as you were growing up.
Wow, that's a really.
All right.
That conversation needs to be happening again.
Yeah, we need a part 2, a part 3, a part
nice.
10 even. Yeah, but thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Finally.
Yeah.
Next time we'll take you to Dubai, maybe.
Yeah.
Dubai,
should start working on that passport.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
If you want us to come shoot in yours, you help them so that we can be able to fit. If you like it and you own something, talk to them. So that we can feature,
I like how you're thinking. I like how.
Also, we have a lot of time in August.
You can do something around that.
And there are plenty of places in the coast that have a really nice shooting environment. So
I can do this.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of Journey to Parenthood.
Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Right.
Cheers.
Bye.